out the back. There's another car about to. Cars are all over the place again.
Ryan Newman, the 12 car. Dave Blaney in the 77 as well.
And they're racing back to the caution.
And this could be the race.
And here comes Sterling making a run. Like,
Ryan Newman had a tire smoke, and I believe he had a tire go down.
Here's
right
a good
there.
shot. I think that here you go. They get into it right there. That's going to cut down a tire, I guarantee you. Left rear tire. They go off in the corner. You're going to see a little smoke here now, I believe. See
yep, there it is. There it is. A left side tire going down.
That thing's going to blow the left rear tire, and it's going to spin off the corner over here. There it goes. Caught the side of the 21. There went the 29. Oh, the 19 just squeezed through.
There's a lot of cars that just squeezed by right there. Of course, Dave Blaney, the 77's one that did not.
And you can see that the left rear tire is down and off the wheel.
That's what made him come around right there. He gets in the side of Elliott Sadler, the 21.
Looks like, you see, the tire lets go completely right here, and it comes around then.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is brought to you by Budweiser. The best things in life are the things that are true. Budweiser. 57 laps complete this time by, and look at this pack. Trouble off
trouble, big trouble.
Newman slams the wall. Man. Comes Schrader, and Newman is in the air and over. Ryan Newman, last year's Rookie of the Year. The rear end ripped from the car as he slides down the asphalt, and when that car hit the grass of the tri-oval, Ryan Newman went upside down.
Come on, boy, get out.
A crash on pit road. Bobby Labonte has slammed into Ken Schrader as Schrader slid through the infield grass.
And the problem was Schrader was already wrecked. They come down pit road. I don't think Schrader could control his car.
Ryan's moving in the car. So he is moving around trying to get out.
Not a whole lot he can do hanging there like that. I mean, he's got to have help. Pretty big boy. He didn't want to.
Kenny Schrader's climbed out. Newman has signaled that he is okay. He is a strapping young fella.
Yes, he is.
Used to driving open-wheel sprint cars.
I mean, Darrell, this is a predicament trying to get unhooked out of that car upside down.
Well, you got seat belts, you got the Hans device. I mean,
for the infield, and when it got to the grass, it got airborne.
Let's watch her here and see what happens. Oh, Kenny Schrader got out of control, got into him. Oh, that's what happened, Mike. His right rear tire came off. Car goes airborne, then when it hits the ground, it digs in and just rips it apart. Let me tell you, the way these cars are inside, he's like he's in a capsule in there. And so these cars, they've done such an incredibly good job with the safety and protecting the driver in these cars. Look at that thing lift up, Larry.
Just takes off like an airplane.
That's 3,400 pounds, folks, just lifting up in the air like a feather.
And the right rear wheel digs into the dirt and tears the whole rear end loose from the car.
Yeah, if the tire hadn't come off of the wheel, it probably wouldn't have turned over like that. But once the tire came off, and it dug in and flipped it.
Now, when Schrader's car was heading down pit road, he was basically a passenger because the front end of his car had been heavily damaged.
And I think that's, you worry about a driver mistake, a mental error. But yesterday we saw a mechanical problem that caused the big one.
Right. Johnny Sauter running forth, cut down a tire. Trouble, turn one. Hard, a car in the wall, and spinning down to the bottom. There's going to be 10 or more cars involved. Johnny Benson.
Well, let's see if we can got an idea about what happens here.
Darrell, I believe the 12 car, Ryan Newman, looks like he was out of shape, maybe starting to get loose by himself.
And Newman almost flipped over.
Remember, he had that hard crash at Daytona where he got on his roof back in February.
I can't imagine that there wasn't some sort of contact that started that, because that looked so violent. Man, that car was almost on its top right there. It hit that wall a ton.
And for half a dozen teams, this changes everything.
There's another one of the Hendrick cars.
Bill Elliott.
You did everything you're supposed to do there, Shane, and
Jeff Gordon, I think, was talking to his spotter, saying basically you did everything you were supposed to. There was just nowhere for me to go.
Let's see how it started.
Oh, the 7 just got down underneath Ryan, and Ryan had no idea it was there. Made a little contact, and buddy, when that happened, that 48 and 24 car both got some pretty serious damage. Boy, Gilliland slid through there pretty nicely.
Gilliland had contact. And
he has some damage, but
Bill Elliott got the worst of it at the end there.
So you see the 7 here. Let's see if he goes below the yellow line, Larry. He's on the line. Really not below it. He just barely gets into Ryan right there.
But it definitely looked like Ryan came down as much as anything, or boy, you're going up.
Yeah, well, I think what it was is Ryan just didn't know he was there.
Watch Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon just in the blink of an eye.
Just nowhere for Bill Elliott or David Gilliland in the 38 to go. It looks like Mark Martin and Brian Vickers. Oh, Ryan Newman hard to the outside wall.
Tell me when you're done here, but
that will bring the caution out.
take it out, I'm still going for a ride. Okay, all good. We're going to need another car, Tony.
Now, I was just about to mention that's a big break for Mark Martin and Brian Vickers, because they were out in front of the leader, so they'll be back on the lead lap.
I bet that's the first time Tony had ever heard that.
Did you hear Ryan? That spotter calls to him, tell me when you can make me. He's up still wrecking?
Yeah. Wow.
Slow car just in front of Newman. That's the 57. Norm Benning.
Oh, it looks like the 00.
David Rudeman just gets into the back of him.
Ryan dropped down to the inside to get around 57 of Norm Benning, and looked like David Rudeman and 00 got into him.
You know, it was in the middle of the back straightaway where he got in the back of him.
Rudeman had a run, and it looked like he was trying to bump draft Newman and give him a push down the straightaway.
But the problem is Ryan had just cleared the 57. He was sort of in that swinging motion where he hadn't gotten himself straightened back up.
You're clear, all clear here. Exactly. All clear. Keep coming. Green is still out. Green is still out.
That's a hard lick.
Boy, it really is. It's so unexpected. And of course, Norm Benning, normally slow cars are told to move to the inside. I guess they came up on him so fast, got him trapped out there, and he couldn't do it. At least he held his line.
Ryan is okay, and I believe that was a hit into the concrete, not the safer barrier. I believe he hit the concrete in the back straightaway.
I'm not real sure if that's the way the. Yeah. What's up, dude?
Yeah, David Rudeman. Darrell, I think you
in the middle of that group, it would cause a huge wreck. We've heard. Oh, here's a car upside down.
Big time crash upside down.
It's Ryan Newman. See Kevin Harvick there. Marcus Ambrose.
Ambrose is there, comes across. Harvick stops, and Newman's car comes to rest upside down on its roof. Talladega. Watch a car get turned around.
In fact, he and his teammate Tony Stewart got into the wall, but you can see it turns Ryan Newman around. As soon as it does, it's almost like that wing acts as to help to lift the car up. Lands on Kevin Harvick's hood. See Elliott Sadler there involved.
Elliott trying to jam the brakes on to keep from hitting the 39 as it was pirouetting up the track. He's able to miss it. Harvick able to get the car woed down as the 39 just comes rolling down on its roof onto the grass and comes over again another 360 before coming to rest on its top.
Laps to go, and on the last lap made his move.
Trying to root Kurt Busch up off the bottom.
Back wreck. Big wreck.
3 cars around in the middle of the back straightaway. Ryan Newman is in it. Through the grass goes the 37, excuse me, Travis Quapple. Newman's car destroyed.
That's the army of none right there. None left.
And there is Travis Quapple. Looks like he'll get back to pit road without a whole lot of damage.
I think they just get a little bit wadded up back in there. It was a hard lick.
That was a hard lick
for the 39 car.
Somebody turned.
Elliott Sadler got loose.
Yeah, he got loose, and here they all come and just piled in.
The 19 of Elliott Sadler.
Look at that 39 car. Those splitters, they're like snow plows.
Wow, Bill Elliott just missed Quapple.
What a miss.
Top of your screen.
Yeah, you see Sadler, he just gets loose as Newman's going by, and he clips Newman in the right rear and just turns him straight into the fence.
I know Ryan Newman won this race a couple of years ago, and we're getting a report Newman's out of his car. Everybody's out of their cars. But I'm telling you, other than that win in the Daytona 500, restrictor plate racing has been hard on Ryan Newman.
Not good to him. I still have visions of him flipping over down the front straightaway. Mouse. Who's going to go? Who's going to go where?
If the leader takes the white flag under green, the next flag will end the race. Oh, around goes Newman. Newman up into Logano. 5 cars into the wall. 7. Caution.
Caution is out. The race is not complete. Not complete.
Had to get to the white flag to be complete.
What did we say 30 laps ago? You said, Darrell, not sure if you want to be around Ryan Newman. His luck here is not very good.
And no disrespect to him as a driver.
Not at all.
He is just snake bit on these restrictor plate tracks. That's his second car of the weekend.
Keselowski, last year's winner in the 12. Elliott Sadler in the 19, who's come across on his roof here a few times. Joey Logano, last year's Rookie of the Year. And here is Marcus Ambrose climbing out.
And look at Bobby Labonte's car.
That's a shame.
It's Slade.
Labonte up high, 4 wide.
4 wide is usually not a very good thing.
The 20 car of Logano gets into the back of Ryan Newman, and the 39 started this whole mess.
I almost wonder if the 39 of Newman didn't say, oh, we're 4 wide, and maybe even eased out the throttle a little bit. You're going to see this, and here's the 39 right out here.
4 wide. You see there's plenty of room
right there. Plenty of room. I think that Logano just got in. I think Logano thought he could give him a push, clear that pack of cars, and go to the front. And he got him in the wrong place. We saw Carl Edwards do this to Greg Biffle here a couple of years ago.
See Vickers in the 83 involved, a car that led a bunch of laps, and Casey Kane in the 9 just had recovered from the repairs from the last wreck. That's a hard lick on some of those cars.
I know so many times, we kind of slow things down so we can see what the fans at home and everybody can see what's going on. When it's real time, it's real violent.